Right, I don't know how well this video will go. It's a little bit wonky. My tripod setup isn't great, and I'm using a mic that's quite far away from me on my iPhone, on my my camera that's not as good as the other one, just so I can see the picture and make sure I can actually, I'm in the frame, in the shot. So I apologise, and if it falls over, sorry, it is a bit windy and it has started to rain. So I'm just going to show you what I put in my pack. As I unpack it to set up camp, I'll show you what I've got in here. So first of all, on the outside, I'm going to show you my Z seat, which I'm going to set up now, by the way, and there goes my camera. Okay, sorry about that. This is really wonky, it's not great, but it's gonna have to do. So my Z seat, yep, I'm gonna make this a quick one because I do have a fair amount of gear. I'm gonna sit on that, use it, carrying it around for nothing otherwise. Okay, outside of my pack, P-rag, that just hangs off the end, I'm gonna leave it there. Umbrella, I took that because I bought it, and I really know I didn't need it for this trip, but because I bought it and it was new, I'd take it anyway. And if it does start to spit a bit more, I might just chuck it up and sit underneath it, and instead of getting my rain gear out if it gets a bit more rainy. But yeah, it should be alright without it anyway. I have to talk less in this, but right, one of my many drink bottles. My map, just printed off my printer and chucked in a little bag. Thankfully, Parks SA do some cool little maps. It's not topographical. I recommend if you're going to do it, get a proper one, but this is a pretty well marked and good area, so it's nothing to worry about. You might get lost on these trails. I got my camp shoes, which are Swift Water Crocs. I don't think Crocs are making much more of these. If you can get your hands on them, do it. They are cheap, they're about 80 bucks, and they're very lightweight for the price. Are great, you've got toe protection, so I love these guys. Okay, on the outside of my pack, still continuing, I have my cup, which is attached to a carabiner, which I'm not going to try to get off now, it's been a pain. On each side I have more water. This one's a 1.5 litre, the one I pulled out before, 1 litre. Then I got my Nalgene container. I don't know how much is in this thing, it doesn't have measurements on it, but that's I don't know, maybe 1.5, 1.7, yeah, something like that, maybe 1.5. The outside, I have a book. I don't usually hike with a book because this is overnight, I don't have much food, so I'm going to keep that, read that, maybe because I got extra time tonight. That's that. Going on to the other side, I have my brand new Outdoor Research helium pants. Haven't used them yet, and this rain isn't enough to crack these out, but we'll see how the night goes, the afternoon goes. So they're my rain pants. Rain jacket, again, women's Outdoor Helium 2. Outdoor Research Helium 2, sorry. Put that P-rag back where it belongs. Yes, I'm going to move this over here. Now, just turning the pack around. Actually, I'm not. There's fins on the pack, if you see right down here. I'm going to show you what is in them. And these are my sort of items I need in a hurry or whatnot. So this fin here, I usually keep my phone if it's raining. It is waterproof. I'll still put it in a Ziploc bag. I've also got my power bank here. And in the other fin, bear with me, I have my sunnies, which I dropped, and then they snapped and broke. They were $5, so I'm not too worried about them. Actually, I am disappointed because I'll probably never find a set like that again, and I like the colours. Also in this fin, I have my first aid kit, my knife, and a mosquito net. I only took the mosquito net because I found it in my pack after heading off. So yeah, that's what I get for deciding at 1 AM the night before I'm going to go hiking. Now, I'm just going to fix this up. Z seat, very comfy, makes my ass feel nice and comfy and happy. Happy ass. Not weird. Not weird. Okay, so on my shoulder straps here, so on my left hand shoulder strap, I have my torch. I always have that in a easy to grab place. This guy is waterproof. You know, there's nothing worse when it gets dark, you haven't grabbed your torch out and you're trying to find your pack, through your pack, trying to find your torch, it's dark, and you know, yeah, I always put this in the same spot, in an easy to grab location. That's my torch. I also, in this front left pouch on my strap, I have a little scoopy device, so if I need to get water out of a puddle, I scoop that up into an hygiene bottle. And then here's my water purification system. This with a bandana. I actually haven't bought a purification bandana. It's nothing special, it's a normal bandana. This is my P-rag bandana. I've got another green bandana I use to clean my cooking equipment with. And then I've got a water purification one, which I think is blue. And again, purple bandana, that's for protecting my case from just shocks. My battery bank, just from you know, knocks and stuff. And you know, I could use that for water purification today if I needed to filter out dirt. But dirt's not going to kill you. Killing the bugs with this is what's gonna what you need. So yep, that's that. I'm just going to put that back in there so I don't lose it. So on the right shoulder, that's where I kept my fluffy mic that I'm using to record this video with, which I hope's plugged in. Otherwise there won't be much sound. So yeah, that's what's in my fins and my shoulder pockets. Okay, going here. Tent. This is the Z-Packs triplex tent. This is a 3-person tent, and I'm carrying it simply because I own it and it cost me about $1,000. Okay, and it is lighter than most 1-person or 2-person tents you find in Australia. So there you go. I'm carrying a 3-man tent because it's better, it's bigger, it's nice, and it's light. Right. Inside the pack, all the important stuff. You know, all this other stuff, sort of the things I need, I guess during the day, except for the book. I should have put that in my pack, but you know, the umbrella, you know, everything else I need to get to pretty quickly, the water, sunnies, first aid kit, things like that. So all the stuff inside I actually don't intend to touch. Now, one thing I noticed on my fin, just reminded me, I've also got my car keys in there. That was a reminder, I put it in the fin so I can put it in this case, just in case it does rain or it gets knocked. My car key is good and safe to go. Anyway, so moving on, I have a toiletry bag. And quickly, I'll show you what I carry in my toiletry bag. Now this is a lot of toilet paper. You know, usually I need a couple of pieces, but like I said, I decided to go 1 o'clock last night. I was frantically packing, got to bed at 3 AM, so I just grabbed the whole roll. I have a bag with a paper bag inside it. That's for my dirty toilet paper if I don't have a lovely toilet here to put stuff in. I have a deuce of spades. I have not used this yet. It is clean. Not that it's going to touch anything dirty, it's going to dig in dirt. That's it. So, get to use it. I'll tell you how it goes when I do use it. Dettol and just feminine stuff in here. So that's what's in my, I guess my toiletry, like my toileting bag. In this lovely green bag. Now in my nice blue bag where all my clean and nice stuff is, I like to keep them separate. You do not definitely want the Dettol that you use to wipe your hands after, you know, using the toilet, touching things like your hairbrush, my comb, asthma inhaler, deodorant. Now I've been skeptical, and for the Bibbulmun hike I did not take any deodorant because, you know, I figured you're gonna stink no matter what. I brought it this time because having just a bit of underarm makes a big difference, I find, and it's worth the wait. And this is almost empty, so it doesn't weigh too much. However, in saying that, I really stink already, so my shirt's already, yeah, well, once the shirt's stinky, there's only so much clean I can get after that. Yep. Bought my towel. That's mostly in case it rains and or the condensation on my tent in the morning, I can wipe that over. So when I pack my tent up, it's not too wet. Toothbrush. toothpaste, and earplugs, because for some reason my body won't let me sleep because it is so loud out here in the great outdoors, where the wind blows and makes pine needles make noises, and you know, there's a lot of noise out here, surprisingly, away from society, and when you're not locked in a bedroom, it's, yeah, noisy. Earplugs. So that's my toiletries kit. Now I've got my mess kit, my food. Trying to think where my spoon went. I really hope I grabbed my spoon. Okay, so that's my cleaning bandana. I actually won't go through this now. I'll actually save this for another video. But basically, and there's just a butane burner, a pot, a lighter, and a little scourer brush to clean it all up with afterwards. I have a DJI Mavic Air with 3 batteries and its remote controller. I took that again. It's only an overnight hike. That thing, it weighs a bit, but it's not that bad. You can get some pretty cool shots with it. My food bag, I'll go through this later in another video. Gloves, last sort of minute thought. I know it's hot during the day, but it can get very, very cold overnight, and it's starting to cool off already. So I got some gloves. They were last minute chuck-ins. They should be packed in with my sleeping bag and stuff. But here is my 2 litre water that I really did not need to carry, but it's better to have too much water than not enough. I might have a shower with this later. It is still actually quite warm. I have my sleeping mat. Yeah, it's a therm-a-rest Neo Air, the women's one, so it is a bit shorter. But the reason I have allowed that, it's obviously lighter, but I like to have this nice comfy, you know, Z seat I'm sitting on. What I use is put that near my feet, so when I'm sleeping my feet are on there, or I put this near my head, the seat near my head, and then rest my cushion on there, and then that just makes the whole mat a lot longer, because I'm 172 centimeters tall. I think this is only about 150 centimeters tall. So yep, that's it. I don't like to put it in a stuff sack. I just roll this up, chuck on some, you know, bungee shock cord things. These were actually the ice axe loops from the Z-Packs bag here. I just repurposed them. Easy. I don't like packing up in the morning, hence why my sleeping bag now, bear with me, this is the last part. My sleeping bag's in here. I'm not going to get that out yet. I don't want to get dirt and everything all over it. But I got my sleeping bag, my down jacket, my fleece jacket, underwear, socks, beanie. I should have my gloves in there, and yeah, I think that's really it. That comes from in here. So, and my thermals, and my thermals are basically my camp wear. So, what I'll do is set up my tent and get ready for the night, and then when it starts to cool off, once I've dried out a bit, I'll get changed into, probably have a shower, get changed into my thermals, put on my camp shoes, camp socks, and yeah, start getting all cozy for the night. So that's in there, and again, I'll break this down when I open it. I'll show you inside my tent once that's set up. So yeah, that's it. Actually, one more thing to add, my new hiking poles. These are Black Diamond Alpine FLZs. They're very nice. Again, I'm not going to show you too much, but they're an upgrade in my kit, and I'm really liking them so far. Just takes a little bit of an adjustment to get used to something so a little bit different. I've been hiking with my old poles like well over 60 to 70 days worth of hiking with them, so it's a big adjustment to go from getting so used to one set of poles to these, but I think these are better. So far so good. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. Yeah, that's what I'm carrying in my pack for my overnight trip, and yeah, thank you.